Hey folks, welcome back to Florida Food Forest. I hope you're having an awesome day. Staying in the Food Forest here in Webster, Florida. I got hit by 28 degrees a few days ago, and that was really unpleasant. And the Food Forest here, a lot of it did not like that at all. I just want to wander around and show you what did good and what did not do good. This one here, this is a picker and mango. It did not enjoy it. As you can see here, this got hurt pretty good. This was covered up, but it was by a cheap roll cover. It was covered by this. I mean, it worked, but it could work better. I won't use that again on there. Next time I'm going to use blankets. These are on Amazon. These were actually really good, but if they're in the sun too long, they start to decompose. You'll try to cover up stuff and it'll just pull apart on you. Fresh ones work really good, and keep them out of the sun. Don't sit in the sun like I have mine here. Now the Christmas loquat had a whole bunch of flowers on it and some fruits, so I imagine my fruit success is going to be pretty low this year with the Christmas loquat. There was all kinds of flowers on this. I guess I could have done more to protect it. I didn't. I mean, the tree is fine, just I don't think I'm going to have much in the way of fruits. Here's a long gun that got pretty much wrecked. The tops of it are all busted apart. I did have a sheet over top of that. Next time I'll go farther. I'll try to protect it better. Gin berries, just mild discoloration on leaves. Still holding fruits. I want to eat those now. I'd flick them off and start again. They do taste a bit off when they've gone through a frost and get all spotted like that. But it did just fine in 28 degrees, uncovered. Macadamia right next to it, just fine. No sign of much. I guess maybe a little discolored, but not too bad. Well, these guys got pretty much wrecked. Little papayas, but you know, them's the breaks. I have like 40 more papayas to plant this year, so if this plant is a complete loss, it's not a complete loss. Now the gingers didn't really enjoy that much at all. These got fried. I know they'll come back. They'll come back actually with a vengeance. It'll be even thicker through here, which is good. Cover up that compost pile that I dumped over there. Yeah, the gingers really did not enjoy that much at all. But these will be fine. They'll come back from the ground and be even bigger. Big old bromeliad that's been in the ground over here for a couple of years did not enjoy that at all. But I think it will be fine. I'll just put out some new pups. Here's a star fruit. That got fried. I got a few more, but this one got the worst of it. I think it will be fine. I'm not too sure. I should have done something more to protect that, but this was just seed. I pushed in the ground to see what would happen. And, well, that's what happens when it hits 28 degrees. Praying hands bananas. Yeah. They're not into that stuff at all. But they'll come back. I'm going to fertilize this really heavy. So hopefully get some fruits before wintertime sets in. Here's a sherbet berry. Now all my sherbet berries look like this. They're fried. They have come back before. I got hit by 23 degrees a few years back, and it came down from the ground and put out all these stems. I should have covered it. I didn't. Been kind of sick for a while. I had a heart issue, which stuck me in the hospital again. So I did what I could to cover up what I could without doing too much. But here's the sherbet berry. That's what you can expect if you hit 28 degrees, so cover them up. Variegated grapefruit. Now, when we did hit 23 degrees a few years back, this got fried pretty bad. This time, 28 degrees, it did not, but I had it covered up by that cheap roll cover. Again, I'm going to end up replacing all those with the blankets as time goes on, Lord willing. I had went through when I started a bunch of monsteras, and, well, they got fried. Just something I wasn't able to cover up. Just like that papaya right there. Those are what the mountain papayas. Well, 28 degrees did not do well for it. More sherbet berry. Yeah, I cover these up. If you're going to hit, I'd probably say under 32 degrees, cover them up. And here's a big patch of Kentuck all through here. That got fried. I expected that. I wasn't too worried about it. I know it's going to erupt from the ground, and this is going to be really thick through here. This was just a whole bunch of cuttings of the regular katuk. I just had pushed in the ground, and we can see they're doing just fine. All the loquats back there on the fence line are doing great. I went through and I did top a lot of them off because I'm going to take the branches and start like these here. I'm going to take and connect them to the other ones. So just be a huge loquat tree all down the side here. I don't know what it's going to do, but it'd be an interesting project. Now I had grown this dragon fruit from seed, and I see the tips of it got fried. This is a yellow variety dragon fruit that I just grew from seed, something I got from the store. I have, I don't know, 28 varieties of dragon fruit, and this is just one of them. And here's a red jaboticaba, red jabo. It was putting out a whole bunch of flowers, and I threw this expired fruit and vegetables down here, hopefully to help me set some fruit, because it'll flower like crazy, but I'll get one or two fruits. I figured, well, if I dump a whole bunch of expired fruit down there, all them flies buzzing around will help me out. There's another jabo right next to it, different variety. It got fried. These were covered up, so that's what I get for covered up. This was just covered up by the white row cover, not the blankets. Yeah, I forget the name of this. They get little pink flowers on them. This got fried. They're really easy to propagate. I'll propagate a whole bunch more this year and fill in areas that are trying to overgrow with weeds, fill in areas with flowers. Another banana that got fried. I forget the name of the variety, but it doesn't like 28 degrees, whatever it is. I'm sure most bananas don't. Lemon drop mangosteen. Yeah, this was covered by a green blanket, and I still got fried a little bit, but not too bad considering it was 28 degrees. I'll do more to protect it in the future should we hit cold weather like that again. These got fried a little bit, but not by much, just the tips. These were also covered up by the blankets. Not too bad. We can see a little bit of discoloration. This is a finger sop. Fruit of mystery. I didn't have enough energy to carry it out of here and put it in the greenhouse. Like I said, I had a little bit of a heart issue. Hopefully it's fixed for now. But that didn't like it, but I think it's going to be just fine. I'm going to give this a lot of TLC this year to spring and hopefully revive that right back. A lot of the papayas are in here as well. They did not like that weather. Not at all. I said papaya. I meant pineapple. Yeah, the pineapples did not like that. Pineapple or papayas don't like it much either, but papayas, oh my gosh. I got a whole bunch of different pineapples in here. Giant passion fruit. I did have this covered up by a blanket and a blanket, and we can see that it did not enjoy that at all. It looks really rough, but I'm going to give this some TLC. Hopefully revive that right back to its original glory. Here's Dr. Moy Ginger. Dr. Moy Ginger did not appreciate that. I'm pretty sure it'll come back and be just fine. Giant passion fruit that was not covered up. I don't know about this one. Maybe it'll be fine, maybe not. One loquat did not enjoy that at all. I wasn't expecting that out of a loquat, but this one got fried. You know, they're just grown by seeds, so them's the breaks, I guess. Miracle fruit that was covered up by the white row cover. It got discolored, a little bit of dieback, but not much. I'll do better next time. Usually I don't cover it up, but I did this year. I'll just use a blanket next time. The Texas black persimmons are like, wait, it was cold out here? I didn't even notice. Same with your olives. You're not going to hurt an olive with 28 degrees. They don't care. Peruvian apple cacti or cactus don't care about 28 degrees. Beautiful little plants. I got a lot of those. And the pawpaws are naked now. I took the time, not that they shed all their leaves, I took the time and took some leaves off, or the ends of the branches off anyways. And the pawpaws, they're naked now, and I took that time to tip them to get them to branch out some more. I noticed this one here has a burl that's starting to form there. It's got another one farther down here. Big old knot in it. I don't know if that's going to help or hinder the plant, but I'm just going to let it do its thing. Red Cattleya guava was not covered up. Did just fine. No complaints from that at all. I don't even see any discoloration. As a matter of fact, I see some flower buds starting. Amazing. I love me some guavas, man. Guavas are awesome. And the cassava did not like 28 degrees, like at all. But it'll be fine. I was supposed to already harvest this, but like I said earlier, I ended up getting pretty sick. But I should be able to still propagate that and start over if these roots are too woody to really eat or do anything with. Indian gooseberry, it was covered up by road cloth, and that sheet right there, it was covered up. Looks like it will be fine. I still see it's green and everything is still pretty flexible, so I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. If not, this did get hit by 23 degrees a few years back and it came right from the ground. Mexican sunflower, yeah, they don't like 28 degrees. Not a bit worried. It will come back from down there. You could water that stuff with gasoline probably and it would be just like, oh, okay. And some dwarf bananas here. They got fried. I had meant to cover them up, but you know, can only do so much. It's still got some bananas on there. I cut the other ones off the other plant. There was one right there. I cut the bananas off, put them inside. I'm not doing that with these two. I just need to hold it on to that for a little bit longer. I can't have 100 bananas all ripe at the same time. Yeah, peach tree's getting some nice flowers on it, so they enjoyed that cold. Sun racer nectarines are starting to get their flowers on. Really cool. Tree spinach isn't into 28 degrees, so if you got this in your Florida food forest, cover it up or cut it back or take cuttings before it gets cold just to start over from scratch. They'll grow really easy from cutting, really easy. Here's a jabo I just pushed in the ground and started from seed right in place. I didn't start in a pot or anything, I started it right from here. The tips got covered up or fried, but I didn't cover that up at all. The avocado that's right next to it, not phased by 28 degrees at all, which is really cool. Hopefully I get some good success out of this avocado this year. Limeberry was covered up by that white cloth roll cover. It did fine. Some antimoyas I grew from seed. I just pushed in place. And they look pretty rough. I should have done more to protect them, but I didn't. I'm sure it'll be fine. Here, just a couple feet over, and this one looks so much different. This one, again, just grown by seeds, so I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. It was from a fruit I got from a guy over in California. I think it's Antimoya Farms. I think that was the name. I got some fruit from him. I wish he'd offer boxes of fruit again. It was really nice. And now the black banana looks red now. This was not covered up. I couldn't cover that up. It looks red now, but I don't think it's dead. It's just red. It doesn't show up in camera as I'm looking at the phone. It doesn't show up on camera as bright red as it looks in person. It's pretty wild. It went from a really black color to this red. Sea grape, not a problem. Didn't mind that at all. Good. White sapotes, didn't mind that cold weather, thankfully. I did have this white sapote covered because you can see I'm getting little flowers on there. Now, last year when I had some flowers growing on it, some dog ran through here and busted off the branches that had flowers on it. So hopefully this year, you know, they don't do that. Now I have an ice cream bean here. I don't remember planting. I must have. But I have an ice cream bean here that did not like that weather. I have been trying to keep it low to the ground. As you can see here, I got a cinder block clean on it. Try to keep it low on the ground. Force it to do stuff I don't, it wouldn't normally want to do. But it got fried pretty good. I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to keep it low to the ground. Some weird experiment. Why not, And then I'll be able to cover that up. we'll see what happens. As the time goes on, Lord willing, I'll show you the success or failure of that. My black sapote project here, it's kind of disappointing. Stuff is discolored. Well, I know the plants aren't real happy about that, but I think they'll be fine. The big nay, this was covered up, but sometime in the middle of the night, the cover blew off, which was really weird. It was a clear sky. There wasn't any wind that I noticed at all, but I came in, the whole cloth was blown off of it, and they got fried, but it looks like it's going to be just fine. The Ceylon gooseberries, did not enjoy that. These were covered up. They weren't into that cold weather still, though. It's unfortunate, but them's the breaks. I think it'll be fine. Star apple that was covered up, well, this is where some of the cover blew off. This one was over here in a pot. Cover blew off, and I got a lot of fried leaves. I see some stuff down there that's looking good, but I'm going to baby this along. I'm going to give it a whole bunch of sea kelp and everything else I can to help get it back to its former glory. There's a Brazilian milk fruit. It was covered up, but it didn't really enjoy that cold weather. Thankfully, it didn't get colder than what it was. I'll have to do something more to protect it as this grows along. These are really good grower. You can get it from Bellamy trees. I don't know if they still have any, but that's where I got this one. Really, really awesome seller. I've covered them before. I've covered them before in the previous videos. There's a star apple. Its tip got fried, but that's it. There's a huge compost pile down there. I was hoping it would make a lot of heat to keep this area warmer. This was covered up, but it didn't generate the heat I wanted it to. There's a lot of green stuff down there. And then I threw a bunch of sticks on top to try to hold that heat in the area longer. I don't think it worked. It was an idea. Seashore mangosteen. I got this from Rebel Point Farms a couple years back, and this got tagged, but I think it will make its comeback. I'll baby this along, give it some sea kelp and a bunch of other goodies to help it get rocking and rolling. Abiyu that was covered up, did not enjoy that. Did not enjoy that at all, but I think it'll be fine. There's a cut nut. I have it in a greenhouse here, a makeshift greenhouse. It got down to about 40, and this one said, "Peace, see ya." I don't know if it died all the way back. I'm not messing with it, but hopefully it'll be fine. I can see it looks like I lost a couple palm trees back there too, closest to the edge. Hopefully they'll be fine. Well, obviously they're not going to be fine, but whatever. Compost. Eugenia Victoriana, yeah. Not real happy. I think it's going to be fine, but it's going to set that plant back quite a bit. That's unfortunate. This is where another cover blew off, and they got to that. So 28 degrees and the sun drops don't mix. Patanga tuba, no problems really. A little bit of discoloration, but it's all right. We got some damage up here. It's a lot of Suriname cherries up through here. Not too bad. Cocoa Plum said, nope, I don't like this at all. That looks pretty rough. At least the top of it down below, it gets pretty green. I need to get some fruit off of that. Suriname cherry over there, fried. Pink Wampies, they're supposed to take down to 27. Yeah, this got 28. This was all uncovered. All uncovered. It's a little fried. Yeah, a little fried, but not much I can do about it. I mean, it's, what, 12 foot tall. I don't have anything that's going to cover 12 foot tall. I do, however, have these, which can help me stay alive, I guess, or at least the plant stay alive. Japanese honeysuckle, no problem at all. Lychee uncovered. It looks like it's fine. Maybe a little bit of discoloration in some of the leaves, but it looks just fine. Hopefully I get a lot of fruit off of this year. That'd be really nice. I love me some lychees. Big old ice cream bean out here. That stinks. It looks pretty well fried, but not much I can do about that. I was starting to weigh it down to try to keep it lower to the ground, but I didn't do enough quick enough. That neem tree over here, not too well at all. That got fried. Here's a snow peach. It was already had fruits on it before we got hit by the cold weather. They look fine. I mean, that one looks a little discolored, but I think it's fine. But I got this from a place in Highway in a Hill, a natural farm and nursery. Or nursery and farm, something like that. And the Java almonds, they got fried. I knew they were going to get hurt by it, so I just took a bunch of this cover and wrapped around the trunks out here. And I'm pretty sure they'll come back. But yeah, they got fried.